Reflexive verbs. Reflexive verbs use reflexive pronouns. And I've told you before that for these kinds of pronouns, we have our greatest hits. These are the greatest hits. Me, te, and nos. They are everywhere. The third line, the third person, is the one that usually changes. So here we have se, and here we also have se. And then os never changes either. But we don't really do that, but it's in your book. Okay? So this is a regular AR verb. If you know how to conjugate an AR verb, you know how to conjugate this. If you know how to conjugate an IR verb, then you know how to conjugate this. Ducharse is to give yourself a shower, or just simply to shower. Aburrirse is to get bored. Sometimes when we're doing reflexive verbs, and again these are the reflexive pronouns, sometimes you can figure out why it's reflexive, like ducharse, to shower yourself, okay, because that's usually how it's done. You're all adults. Okay, aburrirse, to get bored. Wait a minute. In English, we wouldn't really put yourself. It could work here to shower, but even then, you don't really need it. To get bored, there's no reflexive part that we could really put there in English. To get bored yourself, not really. Okay, we would just say to get bored. So sometimes we can kind of give Spanish a pass and, oh, okay, yeah, I see, you're doing that to yourself. But if you get bored, you just get bored. And it doesn't mean that you get bored by yourself. It means that you can get bored anywhere. You can get, yo me aburro en casa, me aburro en el cine, me aburro en la clase. It can happen anywhere, and it's not you boring yourself. Okay. Now, we have different places where we can put the pronouns. Well, actually, we can move the reflexive pronouns away from here before the verb. We can attach it to an infinitive. Unfortunately, your book gave you a very hard example. Okay. Well, this is just very hard because there's a que thrown in there, right? And remember that que does not get translated into English. Me tengo que acostar. I have to go to bed. Okay. So let's look at something with fewer words. Okay. How about ducharse? Me quiero duchar. I want to take a shower. O quiero ducharme. Okay, so you can put it there, you can put it here, but you cannot put it here. Quiero me duchar, or quiero me duchar. You can't do that. Okay. And then with the gerund, and we haven't done gerunds yet, but me estoy duchando, estoy duchándome. Okay. How about, I'll just put the same example. And they didn't explain this, but when you add a reflexive pronoun to this gerund form, gerund forms are like ing. So I'm taking a shower, ing. I'm showering, ing. This ando part is like ing. When you attach the me or another reflexive pronoun to this gerund part, you're going to have to put an accent there on the first, or let's say the third to last vowel, or well, let me show you. It'd be for this ending, like this ando, like ando me. For this ending, Yéndote, for example, could be me, te, nos. This will make more sense once we study gerunds, or you might remember from when you've done it before. This is just the ending part, okay? So a full verb would be duchándome, okay? And over here, aburriéndonos, okay? But you can only do this if there is another verb here. You can't just say duchándome. You need to have usually the verb estar for the present progressive form. That's what this form is called. So again, we'll learn more about that later.